Hello again. Today I have to show you something, and I have to say it couldn't be a much better timing than the little gift I just got today in the mail from the nice people of Venlab Tools. Pam pam via Amazon. There we are with a digital multimeter, and this is VM-200M. Well, I may say that it's the perfect timing because my all others, multimeters like this, and my old trusty one, which now it's getting really tired. Where is that guy? Okay, it's around here somewhere. They are, they have glitches. They are not working properly. Venlab sent me this multimeter for using, and of course, to present you this little guy. Somehow it's in the right time and it's exactly what I need. Let's open it up and let's see how it's looking like. And there we go. Yeah, it's pretty light. I love this. Instead of auto, it's much faster. It's more intuitive and makes you thinking, makes you asking yourself, I'm checking a voltage. It should be like this and it should be like that. And you go exactly to the right voltage before having the numbers on the screen. I don't know if you understand me, but this somehow help you develop your creativity and your knowledge about electronics, voltages, resistors, capacitors, and so on. Okay, let's open up this guy and plant the batteries in. As you can see, it came with batteries, and as long as we are here, we can check the dimensions. So we got like 15 centimeters high, or long, better said. It's like 7.5 wide and maximum 3.2 centimeters high. Needs 2 AA batteries, and they provide the batteries too. That's a very good idea because sometimes you are so anxious, to use the product, but you don't have batteries around. It can happen. So far, behind here they are saying this is a Cat 2 to maximum 600 volts. Pollution degree number 2. That's a really big display with 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. More than enough. Here are the probes. Plastic probes. Like, I don't know. And as you can see, I'm trying to have a kind of order in between my extra parts. This been in all kind of boxes and all around the place. So now I'm trying to have a kind of order. We don't have any English instructions here, but we can use the Italiano. Information about your security, like I said, it's a Cat 2, 600 volts. Nothing interesting here. All right. It have to use to maximum 50 degrees Celsius. Obviously, hold. When you press hold, you have the value on the screen. What else? If you press light, we have the lit display. That's nice. The machine is showing us that we have to change the battery. Black wire, it's used for volts, resistance, and milliamps. And the red one goes to volts, resistance, and milliamps. The other one goes here for high current, 10 amps. DC voltage, AC voltage, DC current only, it's looking like, and ohm meter, resistance meter. We have also the HFE for measuring the transistors and amplification and stuff like that. I never use that, by the way. So we can measure to 200 milliamps maximum here and maximum on current 10 amps. That's more than enough. If we have to measure diodes, we simply go here on diode mode And also here we have the continuity mode with beeping, which is very fast. Okay, so the acoustic signal is coming on if the resistance is lower than 50 ohms. Like I said, 4 digits, maximum display, it's 2000, so we're gonna have a 1999. And then the comma is going to the next level. But in our situation, no, because we already choosing manually the values or the interval from, let's say, DC voltage from 200 millivolts to 600 volts, and then alternative voltage 200 volts, 600 volts, it's 200 microamps to 200 milliamps, and maximum 10 amps with a dedicated and I suppose a fused contact here. 10 amps, 250 volts, and also a fuse for 200 milliamps. And here we have the precision class or the tolerance. Voltage is until 200 volts DC, and we have a tolerance of 0.5% to maximum 5. 600 volts with from 0.8 to 5%. Then AC 1.2 to 10% precision. It's not exactly the top of the top, but it's a very useful multimeter, working class multimeter, you know. I'm looking more for the resistors because I really need that. Until 0.1 ohms, we have a from 0.8% to +3 tolerance. It's in a medium class, let's call it. The others from 2 kilo to 200 kilo, we have a maximum 2% tolerance. And from 2 mega ohms higher, we have like 3%. I also have to say that this multimeter doesn't have auto shut off, so you have to be careful about shutting off at the end of the measurings. Well, sometimes this kind of behave, it's okay, because if you have a long time work in progress, the multimeter sometimes it's annoying, you know, shutting down every 5 minutes or something like this, beeping all the time and stuff like that. But you know, it's just a simple multimeter. Nothing more to add. That's it. And now let's have some practical use of this guy, because as long as I'm doing all this cleaning, let's say, and sorting, I have a few resistors here. I'm too lazy to read the numbers. It's 0.323 mega ohms. So this is a 323 kilo ohms. By that one, let's compare with what we got here. Yeah, 326.2, almost there. By the way, this is the clamp meter I've been trying to calibrate a few days ago, and today I tried all the other functions. So the resistor is working, the voltage are working, so it's no harm to the other functions of the machine. But let's see what is this guy saying about this resistor. 325.7. So very close, absolutely. Okay, let's have this one. When you are using this kind of dial multimeter, you have to start with the higher values and slowly going down till you got the right numbers. Like me now, I have 5.8 ohms, and if we short the probes, yeah, 0.0 ohms, 5.8 ohms. Okay, let's put it to the right card. I think it's here, 5.8 ohms, 10.6 ohms. All right, please, my friend here, these probes are really kaput, 1.4 ohms. So I have to consider that. 11 point, it's 10 ohms. Let's see about this guy. 11 ohms. Okay. So it's looking like the resistors are pretty okay, pretty accurate. Okay, so I can use this board, and this one is very accurate because it has some linear power supplies 3.3 volts and 5 volts. So this kind of multimeters with dial yourself range obviously doesn't have a automatic range or an auto range. So this is nice because somehow you have to think about what I need to do with this multimeter. In my case now I want to check some voltages. Of course I move the dial to voltages, to DC voltages. And to avoid any kind of surprises, I'm going from a high value to eventually lower one. In my case, now here on these two wires, I should have 5 volts. I'm on 200 DC range, and here it shows me 4.9 volts. Obviously, I can go to a lower level, 20 volts maximum, and here I can say 5.01 volts. This is perfect. Let's see this guy. This is an auto range and gives me 5.08 volts. Very close. Okay, once again, 5.01 volts. Okay, that's absolutely okay for me. Let's go here. We should have like 3.3, I recall. 502, same. Okay, let's move the jumper. 3.31. Let's see this guy. 3.358. And once again, here we have 3.30. Pretty close. I don't know which I should trust more, but anyway, for me, it's more than enough. This is a RMS, a true RMS. They are saying it's a true RMS. There is a single way to measure this. Let me see. My oscilloscope output 1 kilohertz. We go to 200 volts AC and we have 1.4 volts. And I believe that's all we have to say about this little guy. Let's have a look inside quickly. Oh, I believe I have to take this out first. We have a kind of siliconic rubber protection, which is great. Well, nothing special here, the same old generic multimeter schematic. I don't see anything higher than the usual stuff. I don't want to take this out because the LCD is down there and have all those contacts there, and that makes things dangerous sometimes. We have the 10 amps fuse here, absolutely normal fuse, and probably 200 milliamps. It's here somewhere on the board. I don't see it. It's probably this one here, DTC1 or PTC1, and I have another PTC2. These are varistors, kind of protection maybe. Yeah, nice touch. As you can see, nothing special. And probably the other side are the dial contacts. Well, very simple, basic, I may say, but it's more than enough for daily use. Measuring resistors, measuring voltages, continuities, diodes, all kind of transistors, junctions, stuffs like that. Okay, so that's it about VM-200M. It's a basic multimeter, they're nothing fancy, just a working horse, a kind of multimeter. You just throw it in your tool bag and have it all the time around you. For me, it's really good. It came into the right timing. And thanks again, Venlab, for this little gift. That's it for today, people. Please like, please subscribe. Be creative and don't forget, have fun. Bye bye.